later.
See you, Ashley.
But apparently before and I remember this before the SI swimsuit photo shoot that they did, where it was like a bunch of athletes and their wives. I remember Jason Kidd and his wife were in there. I think he had just got done punching her in the eye.
He got done beating the crap out of her.
And then he had a triple double.
Yeah.
No, that's huge.
That's how you get some. That's you let some aggression out.
But then, Clemens was in there with his wife, and you may recognize her from the "Can You Hear Me Now" commercial or whatever, where he's on the golf course and he's like, the fellas want me to come back, and she's like,
all right, guys, so good to go.
He's like,
she's speechless.
She's speechless. Let's tell.
Yeah.
But apparently, McNamee has said that under the orders of Roger Clemens.
He demanded
his wife shot up also.
He wanted her balls to shrink too.
Apparently. But the whole thing's just a big. It's just a big, and I don't even know
stupid now.
Who to believe now?
It doesn't even matter who they believe.
I think
now.
they're both lying a little bit.
Right. I mean, first you got to look at who's keeping that crap for 7 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Apparently, McNamee has the syringes and
the gas.
Yeah, and gauze pads from 7 years ago.
Right. And then Pettit he threw Pettit under the bus after Pettit said, sure, he did do it.
Right.
And then they said, you know what, that's not working, let me go ahead and throw that your old lady took some.
Yeah.
Come on.
Which doesn't even make sense.
So she could pose for what? Are you
for the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue?
How many of them?
Edition?
We need to do a poll of all the past swimsuit models and see if any of them were injected with McNamee's magical HGH.
And now their trainers are going to start.
Right, everybody's going to come out.
I think as soon as Spygate is over, then Congress should have enough time to investigate this thoroughly. New York, this is a great quote, and I just have to read this. New York Democrat Adolphus Towns says, that was sort of weird, you must admit. I mean, for 7 years you hold on to it. That's longer than Monica Lewinsky kept it.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
hey, bang, bang. Gotcha.
Shooter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
That is a long time. That is a long time to hold on. And that's what makes me think, boy, I think they're both lying.
No,
a little bit, yeah.
And then apparently there was something about how... Oh, Jesus. McNamee brings up some party so long, 10 years ago that they were all at.
Right, and Canseco threw, and then Canseco says that he wasn't there.
God.
And then two sportscasters, they have video of them, the actual broadcast of them saying that they were on the golf course with Clemens that day of the party.
Clemens says,
it's just great.
I actually have my receipt from the golf course from that day 10 years ago.
My greens fees. Got to show your greens fees to the guy when you check in.
Wow.
Before you tee off.
Yep.
Clemens. We have 4 on the tee box now.
Who keeps this stuff? Who keeps this stuff? I think that's a lie.
It's like they were both trying to set each other up.
Right.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It's I think that all this evidence stuff are lies. I think Clemens cheated. I think McNamee shot him up.
Right, sure.
With HGH or steroids, because I don't understand why he would make that up.
Right.
Or what he would have to gain by, losing his biggest client. And it just doesn't make sense.
And supposed one of his best friends.
Yeah, by just totally fabricating his story. Why not, you told the truth about Andy Pettit, you told the truth about everybody else, apparently, but why make it up about Clemens? It doesn't make sense to me, so I think Clemens did. However, the syringes and gauzes from 7 years ago, because you didn't think that, what did he say? He said, he didn't think Clemens would own up to it. He didn't trust.
It's something else.
What do you mean own up to it? You knew back then that this was going to be an issue someday? You were supposed to not get caught.
Right. Somebody must have been snooping around 7 years ago anyway.
Not keep evidence, so I think he faked it. I think somehow they doctored that whole thing up. But then I also think that Roger Clemens, because I know, just around town here, I know some business owners that if I needed to go get for some sort of legality, some sort of document from them saying anything, I could get it.
Right.
I know people that own businesses. I could go up and say, "Hey, man, I need something that says I was in here at your store 2.5 months ago on this date in particular, and I bought this."
Yeah.
I get a receipt in 2 seconds.
You go to Best Buy and say, "My stereo got stolen. I need one for my insurance
Yeah.
so I can get a brand new, more
They'll print out a
expensive
new
bed."
one.
Right.
Sure. Here, which one did you buy?
Yeah.
I don't know that one
problem,
right there.
sir.
So
$700 one.
Yeah.
Is
It
it
starts my car for me. Yeah, that's what they do.
Is it totally unbelievable that Roger Clemens could go to a golf course where he probably golfs quite frequently,
Oh, I guarantee.
where he
it.
spent a lot of money, and he knows the club pro.
Right. Posed for
Yeah.
pictures and autographs with the
Oh,
owner
yeah.
of the clubhouse.
Plenty
Yeah,
of-
like he's doing with all the
He and his
members.
wife after
Right.
after she was shot up with HGH.
Yeah.
I believe that too, by the way.
Mhm.
Do you?
Oh yeah, for
I,
sure.
you know,